Namo Namaha.
Namo Namaha.
Sarvesham Swagatam. So we are now in session 6 of the lesson. I'm getting this resound here. Some way I can stop it. To mute this. Yeah, I guess now it's okay. I don't hear it anymore. Very good. As usual, we start with Guru Vandanam. Sadashiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmat Acharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. So let's review the last lesson exercises, comments and also your answers. Almost all of you have submitted answers, but the best I like is that of Rajesh, which came in just a few minutes ago. Uttamam, Bahu Uttamam. Excellent. Got everything most right. I remember Krishna. Now, the correct answer is Aham Krishnam Smarami. You have to say Krishnam, not Krishnaha. Okay. I think Chinu has given it Aham Krishna. Krishnam Smarami is the right one. Almost all of you have got it correctly. The second was, I see no sorrow. Everybody knows Aham. Dukkam na pashyami. Na pashyami, not darshyami. Darshyami, the other day I explained the difference between seeing and looking at something. Right? I think that also most of you got it correct. Except is one answer where the na is missed out. Instead they put apashyami, which is not correct. Aham dukkam na pashyami. That is the correct answer. The third one, the hand protects the body. Hand is karaha. I think I mentioned last time when I explained the parts of the body. Karaha. Shariram is the body. Karaha, Shariram, Rakshati. Somebody has written Karaha, Shariram, Rakshanam Karoti, even that is also equally correct. Rakshanam Karoti. And I think most of you have heard it correctly. Somebody has written Hastaha. Karaha is more relevant. Karaha is a part of it. Karaha. Okay. Yes, Rama is Dasarasa's son. Last time I did mention what is Amna in detail, right? Yes means Am. Am. Rama Dasarathasya Putraha. Dasarathasya. That must be put in correctly. Let me see whether anybody has got it wrong here.
I think I got it wrong. I put Dasharatha Putra.
Yeah, it should be Dasarathasya. It is Dasarathas. Okay. Yeah, I think everybody was correct. One person has bestowed Ram, but it says Am Rama Dasarathasya Putraha. That is the correct one. Lastly, no, Shiva is not Sita's husband. No means what in Sanskrit? Na. I mentioned it. Na. The correct answer is na. Shiva Sitayaha Pati na asti.
Words all over.
Na asti.
I forgot about Asti.
Shiva is not Sita's husband. Asti is actually is. Okay. But even your answer is correct. Asti is understood there.
Okay.
But if you put Asti, it's okay. It's okay. Okay, I think that is good, and Rajesh tops the list on this one. Everything is correct on this one. Okay, all of you got it correct. Only one person has mentioned na saha na Sita patihi. Chinu has mentioned that. But the correct answer is not saha. Saha is mentioned, he is not.
Yeah.
But you should answer it correctly that Shiva is not Sita's husband. Therefore, you should say na Shiva Sitayaha Pati nasti. Sitayaha is Sita's.
Yeah, I think I made that mistake of tasya and tayaha, that I missed out.
So you change the Pati into Bharta. Maybe you are thinking about Kurta or something. Alright, even that is okay. Bharta is also husband. Sitayaha, because you have used the word here already, which we explained last time, Pati. I just na Shiva Sitayaha Pati na. Okay, let's go to the next one. Sabhayam Obamaha Abhashate. Abhashate, I mentioned the tense, present and past. Abhashate is past, spoke. Obama everybody knows. Sabhayam is assembly. Obama spoke in the assembly. Somebody has written as gathering, which is also correct. I think that one everybody has got it correct. Yes, everybody has got it correct. Shariram Nashyati. Shariram everybody knows but Nashyati is perishes. Gets destroyed. Okay. Balaha Nrityanti. I think last time that aha was missed out. Bala instead of aha.
Yeah.
Balaha Nrityanti. Bala is a plural. Nrityanti is also referring to plural.
Yeah.
The girls are dancing.
So I read it as Bala Nrityanti, so I wrote the girl.
Bala Nrityanti is plural.
Did I write the
If
girl?
you say Bala Nrityati, it is fine. But since it is Nrityanti, Nrityanti refers to plural.
So
Patanti, Nrityanti.
if it is the girl is dancing, then it is
Bala Nrityati.
Bala
Or
Nrityati.
Balika Nrityati.
Okay.
Nrityati.
The
Nrityati is
ah.
singular.
So the
Now, I didn't go into the conjugation of all these because it is very extensive. So you better learn by what I talk about, and then you try to use them in sentences. Just as a child does, Same way. Okay. Vanam Samaya Vasamaha. Vanam is forest. Vasamaha. Vasamaha is live. Vasamaha is plural. Vasati. Vasamaha is plural. So this is Samaya Vasamaha. Near forest.
Samaya near the one I missed.
I think I wrote I. I may be wrong. I wrote I.
but how do we know
Samaya,
it's
I
we
thought was
live
fine.
near the forest?
Vanam Samaya Vasamaha. Samaya is different.
I didn't know where to find it.
Nearby.
Isn't there a word for we in it? Isn't there a word for we in it?
There is.
Vasamaha is automatically
It is understood here.
Okay.
You have to say Vayam Vanam Samaya Vasamaha. Aham Vayam.
Yeah.
Aham is I. Vayam is we. Okay. But here it is Vayam is understood. Patami Sanskritam Nityam, which is very easy for everybody. I think all of you have got it correctly. It's very good. I read Sanskrit every day. Excellent. Okay, now I'm going to go back and tell you what we are going to do this today.
It's a
It's kind of this is coming up again.
But if they unmute it again, I can't do anything about it.
This sound, Kumresha,
His speakers.
How does the sound work?
it comes back. I don't know.
Just mute the speakers.
Can you mute it somehow?
Your speaker.
Mute my phone.
Mic
No, if I mute it, then I can. The other people cannot listen to it.
உங்க mic on பண்ணி
There is
வச்சு.
a resound coming up.
Is there a resound now?
Now there is no resound.
Yeah.
See, Chandramouli uncle, you need to be on mute, uncle. Because I put it on mute, it stops, and then
Okay.
if he takes it off mute.
He needs to be on mute.
Yes.
So all of you who are listening to this, please mute your microphone.
Put it on mute, okay?
Perfect.
Yeah, put it on mute. Thank you.
Now it's
Thank you.
perfect. Yeah.
Now, in today's lesson, we are going to learn numbers, application of numbers, time, periods of time, days of the week, seasons, Panchangam, some nice verses with meanings, and a good concluding prayer. That's going to be the agenda for today. Okay. That it doesn't move, I say.
Yeah. You have to switch to that application. You don't need the transitions next time. It makes it very difficult to work with transitions.
Let him also
Okay,
use adore
okay.
them.
Okay.
You got transitions.
We start learning the numbers now. Ekam,
Ekam.
Ekam.
one. The Hindi word ek also comes from the ekam. Dve,
Why? Why?
dve
Why?
Wait.
is two. Two. Trini,
Three.
Rainy.
English.
Trini is three. Shatwari, Shatwari, four. Pancha, five. Panchagam also has got Pancha. Pancha Pandavas, this is five. Shat, S-H-U-T, Shat is six. Sapta, seven.
Ashta, Nava, Dasha.
Ashta,
Nava.
you have Ashtapati, right? Ashtotram, there are eight. Nava, Navarasam, Navagraham,
Navaratri.
Navaratri, nine. Dasha,
Dashavadaram.
Ten.
Dashami.
Dasha, Ekadasha, one plus 10, Ekadasha, 1 plus 10 is 11. Dwa Dasha, Dwa is 2 here, when it combines with Dasha it becomes Dwadasha, 12. Likewise, you go Trayodasha, Chaturdasha, Panchadasha, Ashtada, Shadasha, Saptadasha, Ashtadasha, but 19 is not,
Navadasha.
this is Ekona Vimshati. Una is short. ஊனம்னு தமிழ்ல சொல்லுவா. ஊனம்னாக்கா அவருக்கு கால் ஊனம் அப்படின்னா is short ன்னு அர்த்தம். ஊனம். ஊனம் means short, missing.
One short of 20, yeah.
So eko una vimshati. Vimshati is 20. Ekona vimshati means 1 less than 20, which is 19.
When we say
So I have also given you the Sanskrit numerals on the side. The ones which appear on red, they are in Sanskrit. 1 to 12. You can keep on repeating these numbers any way you want it. So now we go to the tens. Vimshati means
20.
20. Vimshati. Trimshat. 3. Trimshat is 30. Chatvari. Chatvarimshat. Chatvarimshat. 40. Panchashat. 50. Very good. Shashti. Shashtihi. 60. Saptahi. Saptati. Saptatihi is 70. Ashitihi. 80. Hindiyila assin solvanga. Right? Assi.
Correct.
Asitihi. Navatihi. You add this tihi, it becomes 90. Shatam.
Sadam in Tamil.
100. Tamil கூட cricketல century அடிச்சாக சதம் அடிச்சாருன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. Shatam is 100. So the number goes on like this. 1000 is called Sahasram. Sahasra Namam you have. It is 1000 names. Sahasram. 1 lakh, which is not there in English, but we always say in India, 1 lakh, which is
Laksha.
100,000, which is the Laksha. 1 million is Prayuta. Prayuta. 10 million
Crore.
is Koti.
Crore.
Koti. The number goes on. I'm not giving you all that, but these are more relevant. Okay. Now these numbers, there is a very, very interesting way these numbers have been assigned to alphabets. You know, when you make a phone call and somebody gives you one hit number and with the alphabets on that, you know how to make the phone call, right? Because 0 may be having A, B, C, the letter, right? D, E, F for number 1. Now this is what you find in the telephone these days. But this was in existence thousands of years back in Sanskrit, when every alphabet had a number assigned to it. So there is a formula which is called Katapayati Sutra. There are many such formula, and which is giving you one, which gives you the numbers which are assigned to alphabets. There is a short one-line slokam here. You can see that. Kadi, Nava, Tadi, Nava, Padi, Panchaka, Yadrittaka, Chaha, Sunyam. Kadi, Nava. The letters, from the letters Ka, there are Nava, 9 letters which have the numbers assigned 1 to 9. Kadi Nava, from Ka. 9 letters have got numbers 1 to 9. You understand? Kadi Nava. From Ka, 9 letters are assigned the numbers 1 to 9. Tadi Nava. From Ta also, going further down, Ta, Ta, Da, Da, up to The, you have again Navapadi. Padi Panchaka. From Pa, 5 letters are assigned. 1 to 5. Ya Ashtaka. From Ya, you have 8 letters. Chaha Sunyam, all the rest are all assigned 0.
Shaha is everything.
Chaha, everything else Sunyam. You see, that only one line. One line explains to you how the numbers are assigned. It's a very beautiful way of explaining something. You don't have to really remember the table. The table looks a little complicated. You find all the numerals in the red squares on the left. But you find that one line Kadi Navatadi Navapadi Panchaka Yadrishtaka Shahasunyam tells you how the numbers are assigned. So easy for people to remember. This is one of the fascinating aspects of Sanskrit and not invented recently. It has been there in existence since times immemorial. We don't know how many thousands of years back this was there. And application of this is even more fascinating. I am going to give you one example of how this is applied. Okay, the next slide. This is actually a slokam. Okay, it is a neology to Lord Vishnu, and it also gives you the value of pi, which is 22/7. Okay, you see how the slokam goes. Gopi Bhagyam Madhuvrata Sringa Shodati Sandhika Kalajivita Katava Galahalara Sangara. Gopi Bhagyam is the Bhagyam of gopis. Madhu Vrata is Madhu Kaidapa. You know these Asuras, they were killed by Vishnu. There was a Madhu Kaidapa, he came out of the ear of Vishnu. So he killed them. This is called Madhu Vrata. Sringi Shoda, those which are having horns. Sringa means horns. And one who protects those animals with horns, who is? Cows. So it goes, thus one who is in the middle of the ocean. The meaning of this entire slokam is relating to a prayer towards Lord Vishnu. It can also be interpreted to Lord Shiva. That's a big subject by itself. But most interesting aspect here, if you start assigning the number values as per the Kadapaya, the Sutra which I mentioned earlier, like go, it's ga, you assign 3. P is pa, which is 1. Ba is 4. Ga, ya is 1. Ma is 5. You keep on assigning this, you get a number which is 32 digits, which is the exact value of pi. You go into a scientific calculator and divide 22 by 7 or just press C, hit the button pi, you will get the value. No, this is only an example. There are more such applications, scientific applications of language with numbers, Sanskrit language with numbers applied, with different formula. You get to know so many trigonometry. You can get sine theta, cos theta and all that out of these. There is a way of doing it, which is now forming a new subject called Vedic mathematics. It's all coming under Vedic mathematics. By itself, it's a very large subject. Many of the universities are now doing research on that, Vedic mathematics. So it is something which is, the interesting part is thousands and thousands of years back, even before the value of pi was invented in Europe, this was there already. Okay, going further, the time, which is samayam. Samayaha is here, samayam is time. What is kalaha? Kalam?
Time.
Longer
Longer
years.
period of
It's a period of time.
Right, period of time, right.
Nalla kalam naka, it's a period of time. Kalaha. Pratak kalaha.
Vasanta Kala.
Vasanta kalaha, it's a period of time. This is an instant of time. Okay, what is the time now? You say, it's a long time since I went. What does it mean? That time. Now I'm saying, what is the time now? What does it mean? It is samayam. What is the time now at this instant? Long time ago I went to Europe means it's a period of time. It could be many years also or many months. It's a period of time. So there's a difference between, in English you can't distinguish it, but here you can. 1 o'clock, for example, you have eka. Vadanam refers to o'clock. Vadanam. Eka vadanam means what? 1 o'clock. Dvivadanam, 2 o'clock. Trivadanam, Chaturvadanam, Panchavadanam, Shadvadanam, Saptavadanam, Ashtavadanam, Navavadanam, Dashavadanam, Ekadashavadanam, Dvadasha. Oh, the interesting part is there is no concept of minutes here in Sanskrit. There is no concept of minutes. There is only concept of time in different ways. It goes right up to minute. Chanam, as they call. Chanam is one instant. It is a fraction of a second. ஒரு க்ஷணத்துல பறந்து போயிட்டான் அப்படின்னு சொல்றது இல்லையா? So க்ஷணம் is fraction of a second. So here you have these referring to the clock timings. Okay. Now I'm showing you this slide. I want you to tell me the time. What is the first one? Dvadasha Vadanam. This is 12 o'clock. Now suppose it is 12:15, how do you say that?
Sapada Dvadasha.
Sapada Dvadasha Vadanam. Pada is a quarter. Uru Padam. It means 1 quarter. Sardha, Ardha is half. Sardha, half. I mentioned to you Una, which means short of. In earlier days, you used to ask somebody time, in the English way of asking and telling time used to be 8:15, they will say. 12:15.
Right.
They never say 12:15, 15:15, right? 12:30. 1:45. When they say 12:45, they say 1:45. The American way is different. Very rarely people use this. They give the hour and the minutes is 12:45. But in English, I remember when I was a student, it used to be 1:15 or 1/2, 1:45. The same way here, Dvadasha Vadanam is exact time. Sapada Dvadasha Vadanam is 12:15. Sardha Dvadasha Vadanam means 12:30. Padona Eka Vadanam. Padona Eka Vadanam. What does Padona means here? Quarter to 1 o'clock.
So it's
Quarter to 1 o'clock. Pada Una. Pada Una becomes Padona. Padona Eka Vadanam. So that becomes 12:45. But it's, to be clear, it should be 1:45. So when somebody asks you time, you say.
Add. Una is short.
So when I say Padona
Marathi also Una is
Dvadasha Vadanam, what does it mean?
Sorry?
Padona Dvadasha Vadanam.
1:45. 15 minutes to 2.
11:45.
11:45.
11:45.
15 minutes to 12.
11:45. Padona Ekadasha Vadanam.
12. Ekadash is
Ekadash
10:45.
10:45. Correct. 10:45. So you will find the time. It's not really referring to a particular minute, but it is generally referring to hour and then the way. So maybe they had those glass hours, sand, using sand, which didn't give you the exact time. Maybe it gave you a quarter. So that's why you have this concept of quarter and ardha. Okay, going further. Days of the week. Now they are all after the planets. Monday
Moon day.
is actually in English, it is a moon day, which became Monday. It's called Indu Vasaraha. Indu means what? Indu is moon. Chandraha. Indu is moon. Indu Vasaraha. It is a day which is pertaining to the moon. So it's called Indu Vasaraha. Tuesday, Bauma Vasaraha. Bauma Vasara, it's a Mars. Mangala Vasaraha. Saumya Vasaraha refers to Wednesday. Thursday, Guru Vasaraha. Jupiter planet. Guru Vasaraha. Friday, Shukra Vasaraha.
Saturn, right?
Shukra.
Venus.
Venus.
Shukra.
Venus.
Venus.
Saturday, Shani Vasaraha.
It's Saturn.
Saturn. Sunday, Banu Vasaraha.
It's sun.
Banu is
Sun.
Sun.
also some people call this Ravi Vasaraha. Ravi
Ravi
also
Vasaraha.
refers to
Sun.
sun only. So even in English you have Sunday, which is a day of the sun. Sunday. So these are the days of the week,
Saturday
and every
for
day
Saturn.
has got this particular name. When you do
It's come from
This
that.
is
Yeah, Saturdays for
It seems like
Saturn.
it has come from
Saturn.
that. Yeah, Sanskrit la irundhu vandha maathu irukku. The English words.
it is coming. This is the terminology. We don't know when it started. It is much before the Christian era started. It is all very ancient.
You also say Guruvar,
Bauma
Shukravar,
is
Shanivar.
Mars, right?
Guru is Jupiter.
Guru is Jupiter.
Now-
What is Saumya?
It's Mars.
Bauma is Mars.
Mars.
Bauma is
What is Bauma?
I don't know.
Okay.
Mangalvar.
I'll tell you later. I think.
Okay.
Kada is when. Kada. Kada gacchami. When I'm going. Aham pratidinam patashala gacchami. What does it mean?
Go to the
I
school.
go to
every
school
day.
every
I go to school every day. Adya patashala na gacchami.
Today I
Yeah,
will
they
not
are
go to
good.
school.
Adya refers to
Today.
today. Tomorrow is swaha. Yesterday. Sorry, tomorrow. Tomorrow is swaha. Day after tomorrow is parashwaha. Parashwaha. Likewise, yesterday is hyaha.
Yeah.
Day before yesterday is parahyaha. Para is one day before or one day after. So you have the days today, yesterday, day before yesterday, tomorrow, day after tomorrow. So it covers the 6 periods of time. Adyaha. Now I'll also show you the application later on, how it is applied. Adya means what?
Today.
Today. Swaha means
Tomorrow.
parashwaha,
Day after.
Day after
Tomorrow.
hyaha,
yesterday.
Yesterday.
parahya.
Day
Day
before
after.
yesterday.
Okay,
So
good.
day before yesterday.
Now periods of time. I mentioned about chanaha, which is instant. Chanaha. Now, muhurtaha is also got a certain period, 1.5 hours. Saptaha. Saptaha means what?
7
week.
7. It means your week. Sometimes when you have these lectures going on, you say Saptaham. No, I did Parayanam of Sundrakandam, which was Navaham, which is on 9 days. Saptaha means a week. Pakshaha means
14 days.
Krishna Paksham, Sukla Paksham. You have every month 2 Pakshas.
So 15 days.
One is called Sukla Paksha, the other one is called Krishna Paksha. What is Sukla Paksha? It is
Position.
the waning of the moon. As the moon faces the moon, goes from Amavasya, no moon day, to full moon day, it is called Shukla Paksha. Krishna Paksha is one which leads you to Amavasya, from the full moon day.
Even the Tithis of
So it's called Pakshaka is referring to 40. Masaha.
month.
Please, I don't want disturbance. You have to take him up. Masaha is referring to month. Vatsaraha. Vatsaraha is year. Samvatsara. You have that right. Prabhatam. In fact, Prabha refers to morning time. Prataha. Prabhatam, Prataha. Suprabhatam, you see.
Good morning.
Good morning. Suprabhatam. Sayam, evening. Sayam Kale. Night, Nisha, Ratrihi. There is also a term called dosha. Dosha, what happened? His cell phone.
Wait.
13. You can come 50 days. 14. It's periods of time. 14.
Go on to 14. Go on to 14. 14.
What happened?
Okay. There is also a term called dosha. Dosha also means night. That is how you get the term pradosham. The period before night is called pradosham. And pradosham is very auspicious for Shiva, which happens on the Trayodasi day, every 13th day on the festival. The period just before night, the evening period, is called Pradosham. And Pradosham is a very auspicious time to do Abhishekam or recite Sri Rudram for Shiva. So that is called Pradosham. And Dinam, of course, you know, it's a day. So these are the periods of time that you have. You have many others also, but I am not listing all those, but listing only some of those important ones. Also seasons now. Seasons. It's called Rutu. Rutu, Vasanta Rutau. Vasanta means
Spring.
spring, which usually comes during March to May. March to May. Grishma Rutau, which follows spring. Grishma Rutau. Now there are 6 Rutus, each of 2 months, approximately 2 months. They usually start in the middle of the month because they are according to our calendar, not the English calendar. They are according to the seasons. They are named after the seasons. Typically each season lasting 2 months. Grishma is referring to summer, which is May to July. Varsha,
Rain.
Varsha is pouring. The rains are pouring, so the monsoon is called Varsha Rutau. July to September. Sharad Rutau, following
Autumn.
the rains, you have autumn. Sharad Rutau, which is September to November. And then Hemanta Rutau. Hemanta Rutau is kind of very pleasant, very cool. Hemanta Rutau. It's usually during November, January, when you have the Margazhi Masam, you know. People go on bhajans and all that. Very auspicious, especially for Devas. All these bhajans in the morning, they take place during Margazhi Masam. It's very, very cool in the morning and people go around the temples. So it's called Hemanta Rutau. And lastly, Shishira is the winter, which is January to March, the peak of winter. So these are the seasons, 6 seasons that you have got. Okay. Now the Panchangam. Pancha Angam means what?
5 parts.
5 limbs. Pancha means 5. Anga means limbs. Now these Pancha Anga are, what are the limbs of Panchangam? One is called Tithi. The other one is called Varam. Third one is called Nakshatra. fourth one is called Yogam, and fifth one is called Karanam. These are the 5 elements that you have in Panchanga. Now, Tithi refers to the phases of the moon. Like Ekadasham, Ekadashi, Dvadashi, Trayodasi, Chaturdashi.
We also get the days.
So you have every phase of the moon, it's named, and that is called Tithi. It's a phase of the moon. 7 Varas, we explained already. Vara means actually days of the week. And there are 27 nakshatras. There are also 27 yogas. Yogas mean actually it is a, yoga itself means join.
Yeah.
Now what we are calling yoga centers and yoga, we perform yoga, it comes from the word yuj. Yuj is to join. Yoga is to join. What? Yoga to join our Jivatma to Paramatma. Through that, it's not just merely a set of exercises, it is something to do with controlling your mind and body. Eventually, attaining union with the Almighty. So, that combination is called yoga. In this case, it is a combination of the longitudes of sun and the moon. Now, this is all Jyotisham, which is astrology, is based on all this. Okay. There are 11 Karanas. 11 Karanas also are referring to certain locational combinations. Okay. And there are 24 Horas. If you see the Panchangam, they will say Hora. There are people who look at the Horas also to start a particular venture.
Good time.
You see the word hour has come from Hora.
Yeah, Hora.
Hora. Horoscope is also from Hora. So each day has got 24 Horas. But we reckon the Horas from the sun rise in the morning.
Okay.
It depends on what time the sun rises. And from that 24 hours we take. Not from 12 midnight. No. The day starts from the moment the sun rises, and that will differ from place to place. From place to place. So your Hora is reckoned from the date, from the time the sun rises in your particular location. It may be different in different places. So that is why you have Panchangam. Just imagine all these were located and assembled together by people in India thousands of years back. I remember there used to be in villages, there used to be Panchangakaran. His job was only to go and tell these 5 limbs to each house. Every day morning he will come and say, today is this Tithi, today is this Varam, today is this Nakshatram, today Yogam, Karanam. This Panchangam was assembled by people who didn't have calculators, no computers, nothing. They went only by the phases of the moon and the location of the stars. For thousands of years they were publishing Panchangam. Now of course it's all printed and everything, you got computers to calculate, but we all done manually. Okay. Now time and location specific. Time, what he mentioned was short periods of time. But when you are doing Sankalpam, which I am going to explain later, you have to be even more specific. Not only about the time, but also where you are, location. It is so precise. Now, you have got 4 yugas. Krita Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga and Kali Yuga. So what you are going through now is Kali Yuga. The previous one was Dwapara Yuga, which was the avataram of Krishna. Dwapara Yuga. The sum of all these 4 yugas is called Mahayuga. Mahayuga. And 1,000 such Mahayugas make one what is called Kalpa. Kalpa. It is equivalent to 1 day for Brahma. 1,000 Mahayugas are equivalent to 1 day for Brahma. You can imagine what will be the magnitude of his time. Now Kalpa is ruled by 14 Manus in succession. Now what we are going through is the 28th Mahayuga, what is called Shweta Varaha Kalpa. Ashta Vimsiti Tame, 28 Mahayuga. Kalpa is Sveta Varaha Kalpa. Ashta Vimsati means what I told you?
20.
20.
Ashta.
Ashta Vimsati means 28. 28 Mahayuga. Dvitiya Pararde. No, Brahma is supposed to be 51 years old now. 51 years old. So he is the second half of his life. So it is called
Sorry, the Shweta Varaha Kalpa and Ashta Vimshatam. How are they connected? I didn't get that.
Shweta Varaha Kalpa is referring to the Mahayugas. Out of that, there are so many of them. And Shweta Varaha is the name of the Kalpa.
Okay.
Name, okay. Is the 28th Mahayuga. Ashta Vimsiti Tame means Ashta Vimsiti is 28 of those Mahayugas. Okay. Shweta Varaha is a name. It's not to be confused with numbers. Pratame Pade is in the first quarter of this Yuga. Dvipe denotes a place. We have, in America we call it Krauncha Dvipe. India is Jambu Dvipe, right? Though in Panchangam it specifies the time period. All these are specified. So when you are going to do what is called Sankalpam, which you always do, Sankalpam means resolution. On the newer day we do what is called Sankalpam. We have resolutions taken on newer day that we will do this, we will do that, right? Most of them are broken anyway. But here the Sankalpam resolution is towards a particular object. An objective maybe you can do a ritual. It could be just as simple as Sandhyavandanam. Or it could be elaborate yajna. Ishtagamyartha siddhyartham. Maybe for a specific objective. That you want to get promotion in the office. You want any new house to be bought. You do. There are different yajnas. And for each of them you resolve. And that resolution is called a sankalpa. Before you do puja also, we say we are going to do Lakshmi puja, we make a resolution. So you say, Mamo Pata Samasta Durita Chaitwara Sri Parameshwar Prithyatam or Sri Vishnu Prithyatam, as the case may be. Shubhe Shobhane Muhurte Adya Brahmanaha Adya Brahmanaha Vidya Pararde, which is the second half of Brahma's life. Sveta Varaha Kalpe Vaivasvata Manvantare. Manvantare is Manus. I told you about Manus. 14 Manus. This is called Vaivasvata Manvantare. Ashta Vimsitame 28. Kali Yuge Pradame Pade first part, first quarter. Krauncha Dipe Ramanaka Varshe in the case of USA. In India you say Bharata Varshe. Bharata Kante you say, here you say Indra Kante. Meroho Paschime Pashve is eastern side. Sorry, western side, not eastern side. Paschime Pashve.
Bharata Varshe is Meru.
Bharata Kante Mero. Samvatsare you say, which Vijayanama Samvatsare, Manmadhanama Samvatsare now. Manmadhanama Samvatsare. Ayane is referring to the sun's movement. You have two. The sun moves north and south twice. You got Dakshinayana and Uttarayana. Which Ayanam we are going through now?
Dakshinayana.
The sun is correct. The sun is moving towards north. And it's going this way. So it's called Uttarayana. From Pongal. Sorry, now we are going Dakshinayana. Uttarayanam starts from January 15th. Around January 15th. It goes north from January, mid of January. Right now we are going Dakshinayana. The sun is going south. Dakshinayane, Uttarayane. Two phases of the sun movement. Ruto, we mentioned which is what the season is. Right? Maase, we say there are 12 months. I am not giving you the Sanskrit name, but you mentioned the particular month. Pakshe, Shukla Pakshe or Krishna Pakshe, depending on
the moons.
Which moon's moment. Tithau, which Tithi is today, moon's lunar day. Nakshatra Yuktayam, which nakshatra is there today? Vasaraha, today's
Day.
what is Vasaram?
Bhanu
No,
Vasara.
no.
Bhanu Vasari Yuktayam. Today is Sunday. Adyaha Bhanu Vasaraha. Shve
What's Shway?
Today.
Shwe.
what is Shve?
Tomorrow,
Shwe-
tomorrow.
Tomorrow. No, yesterday or tomorrow. One of them.
Tomorrow.
No, it's
Or number.
Shwe.
Shve. You want to go back to the slide?
Yeah.
Monday.
Either a day. Tomorrow or yesterday.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Adya is today. Shvaha.
Shvaha is tomorrow.
Shweta Varaha Kalpe.
That is different.
Adu
Shweta
vera
Vara.
vera.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Shvaha. Parashvaha.
Tomorrow.
Vidya.
Shvaha.
I got it with one.
Next. God.
So the end of the Monday can be. Hindu Vasara.
Shvaha Indu Vasaraha. Correct.
Shvaha
Indu Vasaraha.
Vasaraha. Okay.
Asyam Subhaditau. That is how
Mm.
you are very specific on
Which
the time starting from
Yeah.
the Samvatsaram itself, from Mahayuga and up to this moment
All
on
be
time.
good.
And location wise also you are very specific where you are.
Yeah.
Okay, that is how. Why you do that? Because there are milestones. You see the history is full of dates only. Today, when you specify the date today, what do you say? What is the date today?
29th.
You say November 29, 2015. And on the computer, you want to send a message or you want to send a message from your cell phone, it even gives you the time up to the second digit of seconds. Correct?
Yeah.
It tells you up to the second digit of. So when a message is sent, it is so accurate. It gives you the date, it gives you the day, it gives you the year, it gives you the time, hours, minutes and seconds. Isn't it? So that's very accurate. See, today you have that. Here also, the same way it is recorded as a particular time and a particular location, which can't be more specific because it is something which has been inherited from the ancient people to be so specific. Okay, that is why you do the Sankalpam. Now you know why you do Sankalpam, what is the meaning of Sankalpam, right? Okay, now I am going to tell you a very nice verse which is relating to time. It's the importance of time. Ayushraha Chana Ekopi.
Ayushaha is life.
Chana Ekopi. Na Labhyaha Swarna Kotibihi. Now let me see whether you understand the meaning. Ayushraha means what?
Life.
Life.
Ayusha is life. Chana
Instant.
Instant.
or the shortest span of time. Chanaha Ekopi.
Eko means only
Ekashana.
one.
Na Labhyaha Swarna Kotibihi. Na Labhyaha. I mentioned Labhyaha before also.
What's
Labham.
Labham. Gain.
Labham comes from Labhyaha. Labhya means to obtain.
Obtain.
Obtain. You cannot obtain even one smallest portion of time, instant, even with all the gold and wealth. Swarna Koti.
Koti Swarna.
Lot of gold.
You give any amount of money or gold. Swarna means gold.
Gold. Yeah.
Money or gold. You cannot buy even one instant of time.
Nothing
Chanaha,
to be gained by.
Ekopi, not even one.
For
Not even one. Eko api. We mentioned
Yeah,
about api. Eko api na labhyaha swarna koti bihi.
Shana
You
is
cannot buy.
second, right?
Instant.
One
Instant.
second.
fraction of
Yeah,
a
you
second.
cannot buy even one, or you cannot
Api
obtain
also.
even 1 second or one
Api also.
Shana
kshanam
is second.
with any amount
Also
of
with-
wealth or gold. Sa che anirat artakam nitaha. Nitaha means to spend it. Nitaha is spending. Sa che anir artakam nitaha kalu hanis tato adikaha. Hani means harm, damage. என்ன ஹானி எப்படி சொல்லுவா தமிழ்ல கூட இருக்கு ஹானிங்கிறது கூட அதனால என்ன ஹானி ஹானி மீன்ஸ் டேமேஜ் அண்ட் நீதகா மீன்ஸ் ஸ்பெண்ட் ஸோ கானு இஸ் வாட்
Ka is like who for a feminine.
To
Ka
create.
means what?
harm?
What? Ka.
Kanu, Hani.
Kashyati.
What? Adhikaha means great.
Okay.
Asto. What greater damage can it be than wasting time? Such a attakam. There is no meaning.
Wait for none.
What is the meaning? There is no meaning in wasting time. What greater damage can it be than wasting time? So that is the importance of time. You cannot buy time even one instant with all the gold and wealth. What greater damage can it be by wasting time? So that is the nutshell meaning of this beautiful verse. It's called Subhashitam. Subhashitam. Okay, we're going to give you exercises now. This will be there in your PowerPoint, so which you will get it anyway, so I'm not going to repeat it. But there are going to be some questions related to what you learned today, okay? And just a clue, some of the answers may be contained in the questions itself. Okay?
Time, what's the time now?
Okay, I'm going to conclude now with a prayer, which is what is called a Shanti mantra, which is usually said before Purusha Suktam and also at the end.
Yeah.
Om. Say after me. Om. Tacham yora vrinimage.
Tacham yora vrinimahe.
Gatum yajnaya.
Gatum yajnaya.
Gatum yajnapataye.
Gatum yajnapataye.
Daivi swastirastu naha.
Daivi swastirastu naha.
Swastir manushebhyah.
Swastir manushebhyah.
Urdhvam jikadu peshajam.
Urdhvam jigatu veshajam.
Shanno astu dvipate.
Shanno astu dvipade.
Sanchatushpate.
Sanchatushpate.
Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Shanti.
Now the meaning here, Tacham Yora Vrinimehe is, Tacham is that one. Yora Vrinimehe. We are worshipping that. What is that?
God.
That is the Almighty. You can call it by any name. Gatum Yajnaya. We are
By
singing
the praise.
the yajnams which we do. Yajnam means sacrifice. Gatum Yajnapataye. We are singing the praise of the Lord of all the sacrifices, Yajnam. Daivi Swasti Rastunaha. Daivi is referring to the Devas. Let them bless us. Swasti Rastunaha. Let them keep us healthy and happy. Swastir Manushebhyah. Let all the mankind be well. Swasti means healthy, well. Urdha jigadu beshnam. Urdhva means going up. Up. When you do Sandhya Vandanam, you say Urdhva, right? Adaraya namaha. Urdhva is upwards. Urdhvam jigadu beshajam. Beshajam means medicinal plants, herbal plants. Beshajam. Herbal plants. Jigadu is growing. Let them grow well. Let the medicinal plants, herbal plants grow well. Shanno astu dvipade. Dvipade. Pade means what? Padam, pade.
Two quarters.
Two-footed beings.
Two-footed.
Which are the two-footed
Man,
beings?
human beings.
The human beings. Shanno astu dvipade. Those which are with two feet. Let them be well. Sanchatushpate.
Four-footed.
Four-footed
Let the
animals.
four-footed animals mostly. Man doesn't have 4 feet, right? Let those creatures which 4 feet also be well. You can't expect a verse like this which blesses you with so many things, that everybody should be well. Not only human beings but all the living beings be well. Vedam is positive throughout. Totally positive, never negative. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Why you say Shanti thrice, 3 times?
Peace.
Do you know why?
Peace, peace, and
Emphasis.
Stress that
Stressing.
B.
No.
One is for the inner
There are
peace.
three aspects of problems that arise for humanity. One is called Atmika, that is those which arise in yourself. Like for example, indigestion, you have headache, you have fever, you drank too much of liquor so you become alcoholic and you have problems. These are self-created, some of them, on which you have
Full control.
very good control. You can control, but people still have this problem. Atmika, which is coming within yourself.
Body,
Of course, it can
mind
come
and
due
soul.
to some reasons also, but majority of them are self-inflicted.
Body,
Adhyaptika.
mind and soul.
Adi Bhautika, Bhautika, and Bhaumika, which are caused due to external factors. Like insect bites, mosquitoes biting me. You know, it is you have reasonable control. You can put a mosquito net or use Odomas or whatever, but it is something which is external to you. Snake bites, tree falling, these are all outside. Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, Adi Devika.
So created by God.
Adi Devika is acts of
Acts
God,
of God.
on which you have no control at all. Like the floods in Chennai you had recently,
Natural calamities or
like
earthquake.
the snow we had here, like earthquakes, like volcanoes, on which you have no control. Fires. These are all Adi Devika. So you say Shanti, Shanti, Shanti to get relief. Let there be peace with all these three aspects, so that you can have a good, healthy life without problems. That is why you say Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. To cover all these three aspects, one which you don't have control, one which you have control, one.
God.
So the concluding prayer is, this is a prayer, Shanti Mantram it's called. It is usually recited before you start Purusha Suktam or end. It's also recited in many other cases, depending on the kind of ritual you do. But the most important point here is that it means well for all living beings. And Vedas got full of this kind of mantras, many of them, you will see them. So with that we bring this class to a close today, and do attempt the exercises that I have given you, and we punaha samsusam
Shikalayatam.
vadamaha. We will speak Sanskritam again, and what?
Aham Sanskritam patati.
Vadanti,
Patati.
patanti.
On this remote
Punaha.
Sanskrit.
Vayam,
By
Sanskritam patanti. Vayam means we. So next week I will tell you about singular and plural and those things.
But
Veshajam
what
can
is the
translate
Om before the
Okay,
Shanti?
just close the video now, and we will.
What is the Om